Okay. Well, just one moment, please. Okay. Well, okay. And so today, actually, we have something related to writing, but it's not actually the same as what we normally do. It's like, you know, writing essay. So you know that there are some common mistakes. So normally candidates or students make some mistakes, especially about, you know, related to prepositions or tenses. So we're going to talk about these mistakes today and try to learn the rules and everything that is essential in order to avoid making these type of mistakes. Okay?
Yes.
Well, so you know that after writing your essay, you have time to actually prove, like, you know, proofread and check for any mistakes. So here, let's
Teacher,
see. Yeah.
can you keep on practice speaking, teacher?
Why practice speaking?
Because as I said, uh, like
Okay.
I think that I can because you know, as my school they just focus on reading, listening, and writing,
Writing. Ah, got it.
and,
Okay.
and,
So why
and
not?
you
Okay.
know
Okay.
most of the students in my class uh,
Of
done,
course.
very good at speaking. So I want to better than them at
They
speaking.
are not good. You're not good at speaking.
Uh, it's like not very good, still good, but
Of course. So you want to be better. Of course. That's perfect. Why not? Okay. So let's see. Okay, what I have. So let me find it because, you know, I need to remember the last topic that we talked about. Just one moment because let's see. I ask you the list actually some topics and you tell me about some topics and you tell me if we talked about them. So we talked about art, I remember. We
yeah.
talked about books. We talked about business notes, so, and
But
climates. Yeah.
I think that I would like to speak about um, transport stations.
Didn't we talk? I think we've
No,
talked
mm,
about, okay, of course, transport. Why not? So it's really good. Okay, just one moment. Okay. Well, some good questions. Okay, well, so let's get started. Okay, so, well, about transport, my first question for you. Okay, so tell me, what form of transport do you prefer to use? Oh, let me start sharing my screen again. Well, so what form of transport would you prefer to use?
well, as like mm, currently my family is always use our private cars to go anywhere. Like when my father drive me to school or he drive my mother to supermarkets, he always use our car, and I think that's it's just a way to make the environment work. So rare like most like really much I would like to have a chance to change the way we our family or just me to travel, like using the public transportation such as bus or taxi, and I think it will reduce the fuel that permit air per day. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So without any doubt, you would say your private car, that is your car, okay? So private transportation or public transportation. So it's like, transportation, so it's your choice. Transportation is American, transport is British, so it's your choice which one you would prefer. And yeah.
Could you repeat again? Transport is British or
Yeah,
American?
of course, it's British. So we
British.
say, let me write, of course, just one. Let
Yeah.
me change the color. Okay, it's like, change it to blue. Okay, well, so we have public transport, that is UK,
Yeah.
and public transportation, that is US. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's your choice. So you can say, and you know that, for example, when talking about different vehicles, like, I don't know, car, bus, so we say means of transportation. There are a lot of different means of transportation. But without a doubt, if you're sure about something that you're talking, without a doubt, a private car, a car. So if you say, don't say a private vehicle, it's okay. If you say a car, it's okay. So it's your choice how to answer. Well, okay, and the
But
reason,
but
yeah,
but without a doubt is uh
for sure,
ah yes.
definitely for sure, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, okay, well, and now let me ask another question. So you said that you use your car, okay, but what is the reason? Because I didn't get that part. If you mentioned the reason that why you use your car and you
No,
don't use public transport or you don't use bike.
it's like I said that I use like my family used my like my family just use our car as usual and don't use like hardly ever use public transport to go somewhere. So I said that like it will make like it will make the environment worse. So I would say that I would like to change the way, like the means of transportation that we use every day to public.
Okay, so just if I were you, because here we have the end of my question, that is why. And you didn't answer this part, but you actually added something extra. So that is, that is really important. Your answer can be perfect, but if it's not relevant, it affects your score. So it's like, why do you use? For example, you can say that because it's more convenient. So like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So we think that we can save money. Okay. So we don't pay for public or I don't know, public transport. So this way, the reason why. And then if you want, if you have time, you can add that, okay, I would prefer to, I don't use public transport for some reasons. The first one may be to, I don't know, to save and to protect the environment. So why not? So this one, you need to say what and why. That is really important. Well, so that is more convenient and we would prefer, but you can mention so about getting stuck in traffic, so I think. And tell me, how often do you take buses?
Hmm. Well, I think I never take a public transportation in my daily life because as a student at a dorm students I just stayed at school all the weeks and just came back home. I just come back home at the weekends and mostly my father tries me to home by our private car.
Okay, well, so it's like you said that your You stay at school.
Yes.
Okay, so the whole week.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like for example, and the weekend you get back home, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And normally your dad takes you, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah, very good. Well, okay, that was good, but it's like I never, I never, so I don't have a chance. So never is good, but you can say, for example, unfortunately, I don't have a chance to use public transport.
Yes.
Despite I like, so you can say, despite, for example, I like. But so, and the reason why, since we need to stay at school the whole week to study, and we only get home on the weekend, so normally parents, okay, take
Yeah.
children from school to home. So this way you can use. And now, can you compare the advantages of planes and trains?
Well, to talk about the advantage of having a flight, I think that it will be faster and it will help you to save a lot of time, big amounts of time. Instead of having a train, it will cost it will take you 2 or 3 days or even more to go somewhere very far. And
Yeah,
to talk about the disadvantage of going by a plane, I think that the its tickets really costly, and instead of having a flight, you can get, I think that up to three, like it's like instead of buying a plane ticket, you can get up to three plane for a ticket for train.
yeah, of course. Well, so you talked about disadvantages as well. That's good. Okay, so you can say that traveling by plane is completely time saving.
Yes.
So that is time saving, but of course it's costly, maybe more
Yeah.
costly than traveling by train. I'm not sure about this. Sometimes we need to pay as the same. Well, but about train, so again, you need to mention a good point. So time saving is good, and actually, it's really traveling by plane can be really enjoyable.
Yes.
Why? For example, in terms of onboard services. So what are onboard services like meals? Or for example, comfortable seats, okay? But we're gonna compare train, okay? You can see traveling by train offers you a chance to see the world,
Yes.
yeah? That is, you can see everything. Of course, it takes longer to get to your destination, but actually you can enjoy the views from your seat, and that's it. So here we are not talking about disadvantages. We are talking about advantages. So we are comparing advantages of this one and that one, okay? Well, and now, just let me give you, uh, to give a lift, before I forget, let me say, when you want to say that, for example, my dad takes me
Yeah.
home.
A lift.
So, yeah, you can say that my dad gives me a lift. So you
Yeah.
can give someone a lift, so you can use this one. Okay. And now tell me about traveling on a normal day. How much time do you spend traveling on a normal day?
But teacher, can I have a question?
Of course.
It's like a on-board service meals. What is mean, teacher?
On the plane means on board. When you are on the plane, so on board, you are passenger, you are on board, you are on the plane.
But can we use it for trains or for other transportation?
So onboard is like, for something like plane, okay, we can use onboard, okay? But for train, of course, for something that, for example, everything that you use the preposition on, okay? So
Yeah.
you can use onboard, okay? So you can say onboard, but it's more common to use for plane. But if you say onboard, of course you can.
Yeah.
So you can
And
board, that is, yeah, you can board on the train. Just let me say something. You can use it. Board as a verb. You board on a train, you get on. So as I told you, for any vehicle that you use preposition on, like
yeah.
ship, like plane, like
Uh,
train, you can use it. Okay? So you board on the train or you on board the train.
yeah, yeah. Teacher, can you
Yeah,
type on the screen for me to take note?
of course, why not? So, okay.
And the word on port is there any space between on and port, or they uh it's like the word on port, teacher. Is there any space between on and port?
What? I didn't get. What?
It's like no, I don't know how to describe, but um is there any space between on and port, on port?
Okay, no, it's like, it's something different. So I can't get what you mean. So on board, so
Teacher,
when you,
can I type?
so of course.
It's like this, teacher. Wait.
Let me check. Okay, it's, okay, got it. So let me write on board. So, okay, you are taught, okay, let me say this is on board. Well, and now, let me say, for example, you can board on or onboard. It's like this. Let me show you something. Look,
Yes.
every day, every day. So they're different. Yeah?
Yes.
One adjective, one adverb. Now, on board, okay, and you are board on. So they're different. On board this way. For example, for any vehicle, like on the train, or on the boat, or on the plane, you can say on board. Okay, so you can say on board. Okay, for example, I am on board a train. Okay, well, that is something that happened on, you are on the, for example, on the train, you are on the ship, you are, for example, on the plane. Okay, so that is on board that should be written this form. Okay,
Yes.
well, and the next one,
And port on. And port as a verb.
board on.
Port.
Board on a train. You board on a train. You get on a train. You board on. This is different. Preposition after board. Okay?
Yes. And
Yeah.
can you also type?
Okay, of course. Let me say, you can board, for example, I can board, okay,
Yes.
a plane. I can board a train. I
And
can board a
we
boat. Or, yeah, what?
we don't need the preposition on.
If you don't use, it's okay, but if you use, it's okay. So both of them. So
Yes.
you
Okay.
can say bird on or bird. We normally say, for example, if you say bird, that is really correct, grammatically correct, so you don't need to use. So you board on a train or you board a train. So this one, that is get on. Okay,
Yes.
normally it's better, okay, it's better to use when using as a word, it's better not to use preposition, but if you use, you can say board on a train, you are on the train. So
Yes. Okay. I get it now. But
okay,
Teacher, one more thing that can you track the work on port to next to the on the train on the port for me to easily for understand, teacher?
So I'm sorry, I tell what? Onboard to what?
It's like can you track the on port on the top right corner in
Yeah, of course, this one.
yes and move it to
Onboard, for
no it's
example, the
yeah,
train.
teacher. Yes, but like can you move it next to on the train on the port for me to eat
Okay, this one. Okay, look
like this
here.
like this.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you,
Oh,
teacher.
you're welcome. Okay. Well, okay. Well, and do you have any question?
Maybe yes, and it's like I just have the questions that on prod or on prod. Did you remember? And
Just, you know,
like
let me
yes, and no, I get it, but I would like to ask if I ask some questions like this, and how can I get the full meanings to the foreign for them to easy understand?
okay, if you have some questions like this, how to translate it to foreign language so that
Yeah,
it's more understandable?
yes, like
Of
this.
course, it depends on your question. So how can I say when I don't know what you want to ask? So it's like, you know, there is no rule that I say, okay, you ask it this way. So for example, give me an example that I can help you.
Um, just like the word on port or on port. Like, is there any space between on and port?
Okay, let me say something. You want to say normally it's something like when you say on board, because on board, on is preposition here, so it's better to have a distance. On and board. For example, I am on board. I'm a passenger, okay, and I'm on board now, okay. I'm on board the plane, okay. I am on board, so it should be, so we have, like, you know, it's like sometimes we have like this, okay. But if you write it on board, you see a lot, so no one says that, oh, what is that? No, no one says. So if you use it, if you want to use it as a preposition, so on board is this way, so it's okay. But if you know, so this way you can stick it, so there is no rule that make it incorrect, you know?
Mm, yes, I understand it, but I would like to ask how can I ask the because you know you just misunderstand my questions on port and like I
I'm
will
still, I'm still, you know, like, you know, not able to understand what you're asking me. Really,
yeah
I can't understand
no,
what you're asking me.
yeah yes because like uh
You mean, let me ask you, you mean how to know that I should write this way or this way,
no
right?
no
What?
no no it's like I just want to ask how to ask questions that um, for like how to ask the questions for you to understand. Um, no,
When you don't understand something and you want to ask for clarification. So,
no.
okay,
That's
so what do you
however.
mean? What do you want to say?
It's like because I asked you that is there any space between on and pause, and you misunderstand, and I mean like how can I paraphrase these questions for you to understand, like to
Okay, so let me say you are asking me how to paraphrase something so that I can understand. Yeah,
not
yeah.
something, but in this case, teacher, in this on pause.
Okay, so in this case, so you want to ask me how to paraphrase
No
your
no no no
question?
no no no. No, wait. Uh, I don't know how to describe, but I mean like
Okay, so you can say teacher. For example, you want to ask me about, I don't know, let me clarify what I got. So maybe you want to ask me, teacher, should I write on board in 2 words or 1 word?
Yes, that
Okay,
is yes. Oh,
this, okay.
oh,
So this one is, let me give you a general rule. Maybe this one is really more understandable. Let me say something about these type of words, like every day. Like, so we have 2 words or 1 word, okay?
yeah.
Let me say 1 word like this one, the second form, generally used as adjectives. So when you write this way, you normally use, but we have onward that is a preposition like 2 words, okay?
Yes.
That is a part of, for example, the meaning of this one, on board can be a part of, for example, something, okay? Or physically being on something, okay? On a transportation. Okay, so you can use both form, as I told you, but there is a rule, mostly, there is a rule that I can say most of the time applies for all the actually type of words, like these words. So if we have 1 word, 1 preposition, and 1 word, and we stick like 1 word, this normally use an adjective as an adjective. But when we separate them, actually the meaning can slightly be different, okay?
Okay, it's very clear now, teacher.
Yeah, very good.
Because
Well,
I just don't know how to ask the
yeah,
questions.
yeah, just, 2 word, 1 word, because, they actually, yeah, this is 2 word, 1 word. So can I actually write it 2 word or 1 word, teacher, this way?
Thank you.
Okay, and don't forget 1 word as an adjective. Okay, that is as an adjective. Or, and this one, okay, you can use it as any in any phrase. Okay, so that is really normal. So you can use it for most phrases. Most of the time you see this one onward. So for most phrases. Okay,
Yes.
well, and about board on, as I told you, it's better to say board the plane, board the, for example, we board. Okay. But if you say, as I told you, board on, it's okay. Definitely it's okay, but it's better. So which one is more common? I mean, so you don't need to use preposition. Okay, any other questions?
No, I think it's very clear now.
Okay, just let me check. Okay, well, let's keep going with the next question. Wow. Okay, tell me about how much time do you spend traveling on a normal day?
Mm, could you just repeat again?
How much time do you spend traveling on a normal day?
Definitely. Hmm, how can I say that? Uh, no seconds. It's like I don't travel as I usually because I just stay at school and I don't go
That is
outside.
travel. That's travel. It means, so what? I have to. So you have to commute. Commute means travel from home to school every day. So that is the meaning of, so you commute, you have to commute from home to your school on a daily basis every day. So of course you do. And it normally takes you how much?
No, because I just go to school once a week and not every.
Yeah, you don't go back. So you can say just one. So it's just, it takes me, for example, because
And
it's normally, for example, it's normal. So I don't normally commute on a daily basis. I don't commute on a daily basis. It means every day. On a daily basis. That is every day. But, just once a week. And it normally takes me, like, I don't know how much you can add. Okay, minutes to, for example, I don't know, travel, I don't know, like back and forth. Yeah,
yes.
okay. So that is,
Uh,
well,
it's like how to say that I use like I don't travel on a daily basis.
Yes, you're saying I don't commute.
I don't commute. It means
Commute.
that I use no seconds to travel in on a daily basis,
I see
right?
you don't need to. I don't need to. I don't have to commute, okay, on a daily basis from home to school on a daily basis. And maybe just once a week. And it normally takes me, for example, about, I don't know, 1 hour, just, I don't know, 1 hour to travel back and forth, go and back.
Yes, I get it, teacher.
Wow. And the next question. Wow. Would you like, if you had a chance, of course, would you ride bike to school?
Uh, well, most definitely no, because my home is about 90 kilometers far from my school. So when I adopt a bike to ride to to my school, I think it will takes me 6 hours to 7 hours. So maybe I can be late. Uh, I can be late for school. So mostly my father gives me a lift to school every week
Yeah,
on a weekly basis.
yeah, of course, on a weekly basis. Very good. Okay, so definitely not. So for different reasons. So yeah, of course, it's like, because you live far from your school, so it takes you a long time to go to school if you use, so you're right, so you can, and you can't, and there are different reasons. For example, I don't know if you're afraid uh, or I don't know, afraid of the main streets, highways, I don't know, cars like this, so you can say. And
Yeah.
if you can mention the motorbikes, if they travel at a high speed. So, and if you're afraid of, so you can, I don't know, answer this way. And tell me, what will become the most popular means of transport in your country?
Well, actually, I'm not really knowledgeable in this field, but from my perspective, I what I can see is um, most of most of the households have at least one private cars, like one private car or a motorbike to go in their daily life. So I would say that um, the private transportation, namely cars, motorbikes, are the most common
Yeah.
means of transport in my country.
Okay, well, so here, you said you want to say that you're not sure about something. From my perspective, I didn't like that one. If I were you, I would say as far as I know, because you're not sure about something, just you are stating your opinion. So as far as I know, of course, I'm not sure about it, but as far as I know, so I think this one can be better. People normally tend to use private transportation than public. So
Yes.
this one. And what's the reason? Okay. And now which one comes the first? Because I said the most popular. So we can say, okay, and motorbike, if motorbike is the most popular. So for example, motorbikes take the lead. So
Take the
you can
lead.
say, yeah, of course. They come first. The most popular. They will take the lead means they come first, the
Yeah, take
most
the
popular, okay? So, and then you can give reason. So you can travel, I don't know the distance, without, I don't know, much worries about being stuck in traffic jam. So
Yes.
this is the reason why people, and it's more affordable. And of course, it's faster. So we have three reasons that we can use because, if you want to mention this, because we are talking about public transport. So if you don't want to mention, yeah, it's not really popular in my country. So I think people would tend to use their private or motorbike. So, and I think motorbikes will take the lead. And why? Because they can travel the distance without much worries about being stuck in traffic.
Yes.
So this way you can, and it's more affordable like this. Okay, and now let's keep going with part three. So I skipped part two, so you can do it at home. So let's keep going with part three. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. The first question of part three. So just, do you have any questions related to part one? If you want to make notes, you can do this. Then I will start. Maybe I need to raise some content from the word. So if you need them.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Can I have time to take note?
of course.
Is there all the things that you write on the board, teacher?
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, I think so. Yes, I
Yes.
can find them. Let me put them this way so that you can see. Okay, I think. And give a lift or take a lift. Take a lift. My dad gives a lift. I take a lift.
Uh. Yes, but can you type, teacher? Maybe I will forget.
Yeah,
I
of
can
course.
forget after this class.
Of course. Just let me. Okay, put them this way. Oh, okay. Now you can see. Okay.
I think that's
So
something below, teacher.
I will type someone the lift. Now you can understand
No, because something below.
what.
Yes,
Okay, and I put it here.
yes. Okay.
This way is better. Okay. And let me write something. Okay.
Yes, I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, well, so my first question, how important do you think public transportation is for a city?
Mm. Well, I don't get the questions, teacher.
Okay, how important do you think public transportation is for a city?
Ah, well, mm, I assume that public transportation in some big city can help to reduce a lot of problems in a big city, and it's like it is very effective way to address some of the most issues that related to traffic, like um, like it can help the authorities reduce the traffic jam that in rush hour per like on a daily basis, and also um, like help people not to be late from work or school because there no traffic congestions at all. And one more thing, I think that public transport also reduce the the um, the exotic perfume uh, that emitted to the air every day.
Well, very good. But your answer was good. Now let's make it better. So how? We have some words like reduce the traffic. It's important to, I don't know, uh, about some problem. You mentioned some problems, but what problems? So we can say that it plays a really important role in cities, right? For example, it offers a convenient, sustainable means of commuting. What is that? So let me explain one by one. First of all, we can say public transportation plays, okay, I don't want to say a really important, I don't want to say vital, I don't want to say crucial. I say a new word that is a pivotal, okay, role in, for example, cities. So what is this? And this word means very important, vital, or crucial, pivotal. Okay, and
Important.
why actually? How? Offering a convenience and that is it's good for environment, right? So we
Yeah,
can say sustainable. Do you remember sustainable energy that are good for the environment? There are no harms, like, you know.
yeah,
So means of, okay, commuting, traveling, okay, for residents, people who live. Yeah?
yeah,
You said it reduces. I say it helps alleviate, lessen, reduce. So I say it helps, okay, alleviate traffic congestion,
yes.
lessen, reduce, alleviate. Oh, what is this? Why?
And how about the pi- pivotal? Is also meaning
What?
important. Pivot.
Vital. This one? Yeah, this one is vital. Right? Pivotal.
Yeah.
Pivotal means vital, crucial, important, very important.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it reduces, it helps alleviate traffic congestion. It reduces, now you can use, because you will talk about, for example, pollution. So now you can say it reduces pollution. Yeah. And what? Maybe noise pollution or everything. Okay. So this way you can make your answer better. Just 2 words. Two
Yeah.
advanced word and your answer is perfect now. Okay?
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Well, okay, and now let's keep going. Let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of public or and private transportation. First, public.
Could you repeat one more time?
Okay, let me change my question. Do you prefer public transportation or private? And which one? Tell its advantages and disadvantages. So choose one of them and tell me about advantages and disadvantages.
Mm, Speaking personally, I would choose to use um, a private car in every aspects because one of the primary advantages that it brings to me that I can conveniently use it whenever I want to go wherever I want and don't need to wait don't need to buy a ticket and have you know have what and teacher, how can I say that when you go to train the train station and when you got a ticket you need to check your ticket first and then you move to the train, what we call the process, teacher, this process.
Call the process. You mean check-in process? What is that? To check
Checking
a ticket, yeah?
yes,
You
and what
check
is
a
the name?
ticket, yeah, of course. So it's like, what is it process? It's like something like the airport that you have one word. So you
And
can say, yeah, of course. So first you need to check a ticket and then get on.
yes, and what we call this process.
There is no, as I told you, it's not as, there is no name similar the airport. Like, just
But
we have one
yeah,
word like check-in. So this
check
is the process.
checking
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Can I say checking process?
It's not good. Why do you want to use? You are making a good sentence. Why do you want to use check-in? It's not the airport. So why do you want to just check?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And can I continue speaking? Or
Of
I oh
course,
no,
of course.
I
Please complete your answer.
yes, and have the like and have the employers there check your tickets and yes, and moreover, I think that no, can I try it again, teacher?
Of course, yes.
Well, speaking personally, I would choose to go by like to go by my private car because the mm, the the most effective advantage that is bring to me first, I think that I don't need to buy a ticket in advance or book it in advance to go to somewhere, and I can use my private car or motorbike conveniently to go somewhere and whenever I want. Yes, and moreover, I think that having a private car is very essential for your family because they can go on a trip together like without difficulty. Bec- yes, like this, and uh, I have no idea
Yeah.
yet.
Okay, so when it comes to, so you can say when it comes to affordability or accessibility, that is, of course, public transport is good. Yeah,
What
but
what mean, teacher?
affordability, it means everyone can pay, everyone can afford. So this is advantage. So when it comes, let me write, when it comes to affordability, okay, affordability, that everyone can afford. It's cheap, I mean, okay?
Yeah,
And accessibility. You can have access everywhere. Yeah? So
yeah,
this is about one advantage. So there's one advantage that you can mention about public transport. So it can be a good option, okay, for people, for wide range of individuals, for people. And about it reduces the environmental impact.
uh,
Okay, so yeah, that are caused by private vehicles. So this is another one that we just. But of course, there are drawbacks, like disadvantage. You talked about being. I do agree with you. First of all, it's I can say overcrowded during peak hours. So there are a lot of people.
yes,
So being, you can say overcrowding during peak hours. This is negative points. And you said that, of course, it's easy to travel by your car, especially when you travel somewhere. So we have limited flexibility in terms of travel routes. Like, by your car, of course, it's better, it's easier, it's more convenient. Okay? So this is one disadvantage that you could mention.
yes,
And another one about checking your ticket, as I told you, it's not the airport, so you don't need, just let me say something. Don't look for special phrases or I don't know words for some specific
yeah,
situation. Sometimes you need to explain like this. So you say, for example, I need to check my ticket to be sure, then I get on. Or you can say that I need to confirm. I need to confirm my ticket before boarding. I just taught you before boarding the bus. So,
yeah,
for example, I need to check or confirm, okay, my ticket before boarding on the bus. So the way that you can easily say,
yes,
well, so this way you can improve your answer. Okay?
yes.
Okay, well. And any questions?
No, I think it's
Oh,
very clear.
very good. And how can public transportation be improved to encourage more people to use it?
The public transportation.
Of course, how can
Like,
public transportation be improved to encourage more people to use it?
well, as far as I know that authorities or governments should address the issues that like if they want to increase the number of people using the public transportation, I think that they need to address this issue by taking some measures such as improve the facilities on the train or on the taxis like this, and also they need to um, that make the customers feel comfortable when they on board. And one more thing that they can do is give the make the tickets at discounts as high like as possible as they can to draw more people that go travel by the public transportations.
Of course, very good. So you say that it should be invested in modernizing. So you can say, so investing in make them better,
Yeah,
in modernizing, yeah, like facilities. So or maybe in some areas, we know that some regions, some areas, actually people doesn't have sufficient access to, for example, public transport. So it's better to expand the network, okay, to underserved, underserved areas. And what is the meaning of underserved? It means areas that doesn't have access to public transport. So that is really important.
but but
Okay.
but
Yeah.
teacher, how can the network be related to transportations?
Network. So what do you
Yes,
think about network?
because expand the network to underserved areas, I think that why it can make people use public transportation more. I don't understand this.
Okay, so it's like, communicate, like, actually, so network, so that is really easy. Wow. So what
But
what
uh,
can't you
but if they do like that, and how can they improve the number of people using transportation?
yeah, of course
It's
it
like,
can.
why teacher? Because network doesn't have them.
Well, I can't understand what you mean.
It's like that's uh why can the network make more people that
Okay,
using.
so let me say, you think that network is something related to, I think there is a misunderstanding about network. Here means transportation network. It's like, for
uh,
example, roads. It means
yeah.
buses routes. Okay, so this network is different from that. Because I was like, so what's the problem with it? So network, you think that, okay, yeah, I know. Actually, it's system of computer that people use to communicate. That is different. It's different. This one, transportation network, that is route. That is, for example, I don't know, roads. So,
Yes, okay, I
yeah,
get it now. Yes.
okay. So it's better to invest and it's better to make it better. Okay, well, and so yeah, we have time, so let's keep going. Okay, and I think you can add these items to your, I don't know, answer, then make it better. Okay. Well, and I don't know, sometimes, it's not bad to offer this one. That is, for example, discounted fares for regular commuters. For example, people who need to go and back every day. So why not they can have like a discount for so offering, this one is really good. Offering discounted first ticket for, I mean, for regular commuters, people who, so this can be encouraging, I think. So you can add this one as well.
Yes.
Okay, well, and the next question, okay, do you think public transport should be free for everyone?
Well, I think this idea has two faults because you know everything had pros and cons, so not accept this one. And if the government offers like the free use to transportation, it will lead to that um, the poor condition of trains every day because no one that invests in this field to fix any problem of the trains, and no one will care about the condition of the train because they will have no profit at doing this work, this stuff. And moreover that I think um, when you offer a free ticket, people won't like not appreciate this, and they just use the trains as same as their own things, so the train can be can be damaged, something
Yeah.
like. And about the advantage, like the advantages of this idea, I think that it will have some types of people, such as the poor or the homeless, can travel to another good place without fee. And also, um, no, I think that's all. Yes.
Okay, very good. So you think that, yeah, actually, I do agree with you. It's like, it's not really essential to do something like that because we need to consider the consequences of this policy. So there may
Yes.
be some negative, but I do agree with you. Maybe for some specific group, certain group of people. So, of course, or maybe during off-peak hours, not peak hours, off-peak. So can be,
Off peak, what this
yeah,
means?
we have peak and off-peak hours. It's not peak.
What this mean, teacher?
As I told you, it's not peak hour, okay? So it's like, for example, in peak hour, you know that it's really crowded. Off peaks means, for example, when the requirement demand for, I don't know, any service or activity is low. No one, for example, uses like this off peak. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For example, when it's peak time, the demand for transportation is really high. So because of this, it's really crowded. Off peak, no one. So, okay, if you want to use, for example, bus, an off peak, okay, it's discounted because, of course, no one uses like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you can, of course, it's really good so that this way you can save your money, so this
Yeah.
discounted, so we can actually, I don't know, we can have some like subsidies, or I don't know, some discounted fares for a certain group of people, as you said. And of course we can maybe provide free transportation during off-peak hours. So
Yes.
these two can be better approaches than actually, I don't know, being totally free. So that is not really a good idea because we need to consider negative consequences of this policy. Okay?
Yes.
Well, let's skip this topic. Of course, we have some other points that I need to add, but unfortunately, there is no time to keep
Yeah.
going. So just please remind me at the next session. I will complete this topic because we have some other points that you need to know, some more questions, and I will send you your cue card. And I'll ask you, please, if you have time, just think about it and try to write your essay and send it to me. I will check and correct it for you. Okay?
Can I do it for the next week
Of
uh,
course,
uh
whenever you have time. Just let me
because
say
yes,
something. I know that you have really tight schedule and you need to study. I understand, of course. Whenever you have time, Okay,
Yeah.
just it's like your practice this week or next week, or for example, I don't know, 1 week later, it's okay.
Yes.
Whenever you've done, just you can send it to me. I will check and I will correct it for you. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Do you have any questions related to this word?
I think today is very, very clear for me now.
That's really good. Happy to hear that. If you want, you can have some notes.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, of course. Of course.
Of course.
Teacher, the works fairs is mean fees, right?
The word what?
Fairs is
Oh,
counted.
of course, of course. Ticket for, of course.
Yes, I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, so thank you. And good luck with your exam or everything or any test that you will have, and have a great, of course, weekend and week. And see you at the next session.
Goodbye, teacher. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.